There's Sheila right there. She's on the commission.
Stand. Will you stand up here with us?
Sure.
Yeah, James.
In the back, because I have on my scrubs, Mayor. I
That's
did it
all
just
right.
for the occasion.
I went to every one of them. So, James, Sheila, and you, Jennifer. Okay, we got it. Are you ready?
Please, ma'am.
Okay. All right, good afternoon, everyone. It's a great day to be out here, and I first want to welcome our council members who are with us. Councilmember James Brown, Councilmember Shayla Lynch, Councilmember Amy Beasley, and Councilmember Jennifer Reynolds. And I also want to welcome some of our public safety partners who are with us. We have Fire Chief Jason Wells back there. There he is. Police Chief Lawrence Weathers. Chief. Public Safety Commissioner Ken Armstrong. And E911 Director Jonelle Patton. Thank you for all of you being here. And you also see a wonderful contingent of our corrections officers right over here.
Right.
So we are here today to officially dedicate our newest piece of public art, The Birth of Hope. Louisville artist Dave Caudle has created this wonderful sculpture located right along our Old Frankfort Pike corridor with support from the Public Arts Commission and Percent for Art funding. And I believe we have Public Arts Commission folks with us today. Thank you for being here. So this piece reminds us all about the possibility of renewal and hope for the future. Located at the entrance to our Fayette County Detention Center, The Birth of Hope brings brightness and positivity to those who work here and to the visitors who come in and out every day. The piece is dedicated to the men and women of the detention center and illustrates the spirit of the staff who work so hard to protect and serve our community. Joining me today are several individuals who will talk about the many facets of this piece of art, how it came to be, and the impact it has on our community. First, I'd like to welcome Councilmember Jennifer Reynolds to the podium. This detention center is in her district. Councilmember Reynolds.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I am a big fan of art and public art, and I am so glad that you're joining with us here today on this occasion. It is an honor to have this event take place in the district that I represent, the 11th District. I want to thank the Public Arts Commission, the artist, Chief Colvin, and everyone in Community Corrections for your role in making this project a reality in this very spot, and for the difficult work that you do here daily. Here in this district, there are many different areas and main corridors, from Harrodsburg Road and Broadway to Versailles Road, Leestown Road with Main Street, to right here at Old Frankfort Pike and further down Manchester. This very corridor is traveled by many people on a daily basis, and this spot is home to our Community Corrections facility. And now this statue will be seen by all those who travel it, coming in and out, as well as all the employees that frequent it on a daily basis. It offers a sense of beauty to all who see it, both day and night. It is a reminder that our city cares for everyone, and that art is not just for the person who makes it to a museum or a gallery. Providing good quality public art is vital to having a well-rounded society. I always say a city is like a wheel with many spokes. There are lots of things that make up that wheel. They are all important. Art is one of them. Art is a part of what makes Lexington what it is. If its spokes are missing, so is part of the fabric of the city. This sculpture represents part of an important spoke and represents hope for all who see it, which is something that we all need. It is a bright light on a main corridor that will draw attention to all who pass it. Now, those who pass by in the 11th district will be reminded that art is for everyone, that there is light beyond darkness, and that hope lies here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Reynolds. Next, I'd like to welcome our city's Arts and Cultural Director, Heather Lyons. Heather will talk more about the importance of this sculpture, but I would simply like to say this would not have happened without her. Her hard work and her dedication to the cause. So Heather, welcome to the podium.
Thank you so much. This is an exciting day, and I appreciate all of you coming to celebrate this beautiful new public artwork created by Dave Cottle. One of the simplest and I think most important definitions of public art is that it is artwork that is free and accessible to the general public. Public art is created specifically to be available to all to experience on their own terms and their own time, alone or with friends or family, to interact with it, and hopefully to appreciate it, be inspired by it, or for it to simply prompt a response. Public art is also important because it transforms landscapes, heightens awareness of ideas or people, and helps create a sense of identity for communities. I am so appreciative that with Lexington's adoption of the Percent for Art program, which provides funding for public art projects to be created on city-owned property, we joined a community of over 350 city-run Percent for Art programs in the United States. The Percent for Art Fund makes significant projects such as the Birth of Hope possible. Public art is also special because it engages the public and community stakeholders throughout the process. Public art can present the community's interests and stories and ensure that community members have input. The process of commissioning a work of art for installation at the Lexington Detention Center and this beautiful resulting work of art is successful on many levels. This project provided an opportunity to recognize the Lexington Detention Center and the very dedicated corrections officers who serve there. It was also a chance to represent hope and dignity for individuals incarcerated or otherwise impacted by the detention center. I greatly appreciate Chief Colvin's involvement and his empowering several corrections officers to be involved throughout the process and as part of the selection committee. They participated in many hours of meetings, proposal reviews, and artist presentations. They provided tours of the detention center and were available to the artists for questions and interviews. The officers' involvement and insight were extremely meaningful and helped inspire the final work. The selection process brought us the opportunity to work with the incredibly talented artist Dave Cottle. His vision for this project was thoughtful, comprehensive, expressive, and bold, and perfect for this site. His years of experience and attention to detail ensured the success of this beautiful project. The Public Art Commission, who many of the members are here with us today, specifically the Detention Center Work Group, also engaged the larger community through meetings with area businesses whose employees also frequent this very busy corridor, and provided their professional expertise to handle the many artistic and technical challenges of a large-scale art project. I greatly appreciate their contributions over these 18 months. And as we can witness here today, this work of art is in a very busy and extremely public space. It's active 24/7, 365 days a year. So whatever reason might bring people to this entrance, this artwork is for them and the opportunity to experience the birth of hope. A unique pleasure of this artwork is that viewers will be able to see it and see the site change and evolve over time. I've been able to experience the work during different times of the day with different sky conditions and to view it at night with the dramatic lighting. And of course, the beautiful garden that has just been installed will be growing and filling out over the next few months, providing color and texture throughout the year. So I encourage you to return to view the work time and time again. Again, thanks very much to everyone who helped to realize this project and to Dave Cottle for creating such an inspiring work for Lexington. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Heather. Now, a bit about Dave Cottle, the artist. He attended the University of Kentucky as well as the Louisville School of Design. He has created artwork found around the world, including at the Singletary Center for the Arts on UK's campus. I'd like to ask Dave to come to the podium to talk about this piece of work that he has created. Welcome, Dave.
Hi there. Thank you all for coming, and I'd like to thank all of the folks who have been involved in this, especially the people of the community here, of the detention center community.
I'm going to raise this up for you because I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, if you didn't hear that, I basically said thanks. This has been a great opportunity for me. When I get a chance to do a piece of public art, I want to do something that is heartfelt, that's important in its own way, and those things were here in spades. The chance to build this piece was really an important part of my career, and I really do want to thank all of the folks who were important to the development of it so that I could be here today. I felt when I had this opportunity that hope was the single most important common denominator of all the people who are involved with the detention center in any way whatsoever. It occurred to me that in good times, we celebrate our hopes fulfilled. But in challenging times, it's hope that sustains us. So I hope that you all have great hopes in your lives that take you places where you couldn't even imagine. But thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave, for your vision and the art that you have created. The birth of hope brings an element of positivity to the entrance of our detention center. It gives a fresh perspective and positive energy for the detention center staff who work with our inmates every single day. These public servants keep our community safe and provide our incarcerated population with the resources they need to have the best chance at a new, brighter future. I would like to welcome Chief Scott Colvin to the podium to speak about this sculpture and especially what it means to his staff and those at the detention center. Welcome, Chief. Thank you so much. You're a bit taller than me.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott Colvin, the Chief of Community Corrections. I serve these officers behind me. On behalf of everyone that serves in the Division of Community Corrections, we thank our mayor, the city council, Ms. Lyons, and the Arts Commission for recognizing that our work in corrections is indeed a noble pursuit, a mission, really, and one that requires commitment, sacrifice, and introspection, and is worthy of commemoration and celebration as represented by this beautiful sculpture from the brilliant imagination of Dave Cottle. Hope. You will not find it in our policy manual. It isn't on the job description. There is no in-service training requirement for hope. But hope, it is essential in our profession. No, hope is critical to a jail officer to possess. One of the toughest officers I ever worked with one day commented to me that I don't know what good this job is doing. This struck me hard. In that moment, I realized that if we as officers could not find our hope, how are the individuals locked behind these walls going to find any hope? Hope isn't just for the inmates, it's also for us. It's what gets us up at 4:30 in the morning. It's what helps us step back into a unit after a fight. Hope is what allows us to believe something better is always possible. Not just for the men and women behind bars, but for ourselves also. John F. Kennedy said during the height of the Cuban Missile Crisis that every area of trouble gives out a ray of hope. And the one unchangeable certainty is that nothing is certain or unchangeable. This job, I openly admit, can chip away at you. The long hours, the constant state of vigilance, the emotional toll of watching people stuck in cycles of violence, addiction, and regret. President Obama, probably the most quoted president on the subject of hope, said, hope in the face of difficulty, hope in the face of uncertainty, the audacity of hope. In the end, that is God's greatest gift to us, a belief in things not seen, a belief that there are always better days ahead. We take these words to heart at the division because we are believers. We have hope. And because without just a spark of it inside of us, we are at risk of becoming what the system can sometimes make of people: hard, detached, and cynical. We talk constantly about safety and security in the division, and that is rightly so. But none of us should forget we are keepers of something more powerful. We are gatekeepers of second chances. And if we do not hold on to hope ourselves, we have nothing to give. Those who are desperate for even a glimpse of it. Today, let's take a moment and challenge each other, officers. Find the small ray of hope President Kennedy speaks of in signs of growth in others, quiet victories, someone getting clean, someone getting their GED, someone calling their kids instead of their crew. Then I challenge you all to find a way back to your own hopes, your family, your faith, your fitness, a good laugh with somebody who gets it. Protect your own hope, officers, like it's part of your gear. At the end of the day, for me, bars and locks do not define this work. It is the belief that tomorrow can be better than today. And that belief, it starts with us. Again, President Obama said it best: while we breathe, we will hope. Thank you.
I want to thank Scott Colvin and your entire staff for being such an important part of our city's public safety team. And I also want to thank Scott for his fantastic leadership these last, I think it's 2+ years. He has done a phenomenal job leading this unit. So thank you for everything. Finally, we can't leave out the important role our Public Arts Commission had in producing this new piece and its impact on our community as a whole. Here to talk a little bit about the commission is a face that many of you may know. I'd like to welcome former Councilmember Bill Farmer and current chair of the Public Arts Commission. Bill, a former council member, was instrumental in the creation of the funding for this sort of work. So, Bill, welcome to the podium.
Thank you. That's very kind.
You know, Mayor, after running all those meetings, you run a pretty good press conference, I got to tell you. If you want to understand public art, just reflect on the words that have already been presented at this podium today. Think of all the people that have driven by while we've been standing here, the effect seeing this crowd has had on them, and to notice this public art behind us. This is a real coming out party, truly, for the whole Public Arts Commission, many of which are here, and we meet every month and we work hard with the opportunity to make Lexington more beautiful, one piece of public art at a time. This is a real gratifying get for that group, for the people that work here and understand what goes on here, but for the city of Lexington. A city built on the infrastructure of the arts, from its moniker as the Athens of the West to the station that it has today as the arts leader, in my opinion, in our entire state. Thank you all for coming out here today. If you can, support the work of the Public Arts Commission. If you have an idea for an opportunity for public art, let us know. We are open to those opportunities. We love concrete trucks, though, I gotta tell you. Concrete trucks make the world go around. And whatever that was. But you all carry with you the hope that is in this and express it as you move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bill Farmer, for the many years you've committed to serving Lexington and its residents. We are so happy to have The Birth of Hope added to our amazing collection of public art across Fayette County. This piece brings new energy to our detention center and the Old Frankfort Pike Scenic Corridor. It is a powerful reminder that hope belongs everywhere in our community, and that change is always possible. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here today, and thank all of the speakers, the detention center staff, and our police staff who have made today's dedication possible. Thank you very much.